What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some NBA 2K24 gameplay here. We got the Alphabet Series. Episode 2, up the bat, we got the Buccaneers. No, I'm kidding, man. We got the Milwaukee Bucks at the helm, man. Seeing if we can get a dub with this team. One of the better teams in the game. I didn't know they was actually like a 98 overall. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I guess because they didn't do that good this year in the playoffs. But at least they made it, I guess. I don't know, man. But we sized up the three and knocked that down. Our opponent has the Minnesota Timberwolves, and our opponent loves Anthony Edwards, man. This guy went to Anthony Edwards like pretty much every play. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I think Anthony Edwards is the only one that scored on his team. This kid, Anthony, I'm talking about as far as kid. I mean, Anthony Edwards is not a kid. He's like 24. But this guy, he's pretty much unstoppable in real life, and he's unstoppable in this game. Like I could not stop this guy in this game. I tried double teaming him. I tried to help D 1-on-1. I put Patrick Beverly on him. I know Patrick Beverly is getting older, but he's supposed to be known as a defensive specialist. It doesn't matter. But we did get a couple blocks on him, but versus the points that he made, it was just the ratio was just low key kind of wild. But we go to the rack there with Giannis. Didn't score a lot with Giannis, but we did hit a couple threes with him though. But the thing about our opponent, as he goes to the rack right there and gets fouled, the thing about our opponent is that I don't know like what was going on to a degree, because it's like I could tell that he got some game. I could tell he could play, but it just seemed like on defense, it's almost, I'm not gonna say like he didn't care. I'm trying to figure out how to word this, but I guess he didn't quite know. Dude, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, man, I'm not the best defender on this game either. I understand how to get into the zones and all that, and I understand how to do certain stuff, but it doesn't say mean I know how to execute it well to make it work to my advantage. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand what zones are because I played basketball like most of my life, but and man-to-man coverage. But this, because I see how some people that are better than me, how they play the game as far as like how they do the zones and how they switch their players to help out when other people are not at the spots they need to be. I mean, you got some people that really know how to play this game very well on levels that I could never understand. But just looking at this guy's defense, it would just seem like it was almost like he just didn't, not that he didn't care, but it was just like, I don't know, he didn't know what he was doing to some degree. So that's why I'm up by 10 now. But we're gonna try to get this dub. We're gonna try to get this dub. I try to go to the rack with Giannis right here, and I'm sorry, I did a little more than try. That was the play where I dunked on. Giannis like, man, you up here doing all this dunking, man. Let me get a dunk in. So we're gonna go. We're 1-0 in the series, man. We're gonna try to finish. I'm gonna play all the way up until college basketball. I'm not sorry, college football, because I was they did come out with a college basketball game. They used to have a decent one, I think, in like '08, and I think was Carmelo on the cover? I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't Carmelo. Maybe it was Marcus Camby. I think I can't remember who was on the cover, but they did have a pretty decent one where you had like. For what I can remember on that game specifically, it's like you had to run plays, like you had, like you had no choice. You couldn't just be going out there just running and gunning like NBA Live or NBA Jam, man. You best not get blown out versus someone that knows how to play. To a degree, you could also say that about this game to a small degree, an extremely small degree. Only reason why I say that because I do know people that have played this guy. Like I said, at least I'm just speaking for myself, that have put defense on me where it was extremely hard for me to stop, not stop them, but get points on them. And I had to run plays to just get scores on them, like literally. Like I got a couple fast breaks here and there, but there's some people, man, that blew me out in this game, like 21 to like 60. I mean, I've shown some of those games over the years. Never been the best at this game, but I always just try to use my common sense. As he does a step back there, like, all his points is come from Ant-Man. I like Ant-Man. Like it's funny because I was on the bandwagon early, but I see people hopping on the bandwagon late. I seen a lot. I didn't know this kid was gonna be like this good, but I seen him having a lot of potential, like in his like first season or two. And I was like, yeah, I said, yo, this kid, he gonna be the one eventually, but he's here now. He's made it. He's here now. So after we knocked that three down, I think that knocked the wind out of his sail right there, going up 17, knocking down that three with Middleton. I think Middleton only had like 5 points in this contest, but he's gonna quit soon. But yeah, this was a weird game. because I could tell like on offense, this kid could be a girl, guy, whatever. But, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I could see they had a little something going on. They could play the game a little bit, but it was just as the game was starting to go on, like he was only going to Anthony Edwards, and sometimes you can do that, and give it to a few people. They might get 5 to 10 points here and there, but you got to get a ball to somebody, help out. Normally, I don't know anyone that could play and win just scoring with one person the whole game, unless your defense is like just that phenomenal. I don't know, but shout out to our opponent, man. Much love, much respect. Your boy 2-0.